ounce movie theater popcorn is actually more expensive than filet mignon, if you can ever find it again. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jenny and this is More Than a Pretty Face, and today we are going to shift things up again and we're going to do a review of the SciKidz Subscription Box. It is a monthly subscription. It is $34.95. There are a few different codes you can get. I'll try and see if I can locate a few and I'll put them in the description below. But there are a few codes you can get that will give you your first month for 50% off so that you can try it and see if it's something that you are interested in continuing. This is the 5th box that my boys have received and we have not been disappointed with a single one yet. I will link the video also from last month's box as well in the description, and you can check out what they got last month. And in that video I also include all of the previous boxes they had up until that point, because they had been receiving them before I started doing YouTube videos, so I kind of threw them all into one. They're amazing. Every single month is something different. When you do start out, you are sent your home lab to get you started, and then from there every month has a different theme. Last month's was The Sound of Music, and this month's theme, so get the box, and comes just like this, and they always have like cute little confetti and stuff kind of decorating the box, which I do actually hang on to because it's always a different type of box filler, but it's perfect for filling gift bags and presents and decorating, you know, for parties and stuff. So I always hang on to it, by the way. So this month's box is so the book. You'll get a card that says what's in the box, and we'll go over this in a second. But you also get your lab book that's going to have all of your experiments and activities and everything, and it's your activity guide that you will use along with your lab or field notebook that you will receive in your first box. And like I said, I've got that linked below, so you can check that out and see what that goes with it. Or I mean, you can just use a regular notebook if you lose the lab book, but they give you one in your first box, so you will have it. But this month is Engineers Build It Better. There. And then, like I said, the book just goes through, like on the first page, it says Engineers Build It Better, kind of gives you a background of engineering. And then, of course, the first page always has lab safety for scientists with your lab safety rules. They're always the same. They are included in every single box. And then you've got your vocabulary that will be used. So this is a great tool for homeschooling. The reason we got it to begin with was to use as a supplement. My boys both love science, anything and everything science, they love it. And then, of course, when we were forced to homeschool, it came in so very handy. In fact, I mean, we had shared it with both of my son's science teachers, and they were just like floored by what all was included in these boxes and the educational value that they all carry. So, like I said, it does also have the vocabulary that goes along with that month's theme. And then it jumps right into your experiments, and each box has 5 to 7 experiments, and they are individually packaged and labeled to go along with what's in the lab book itself. And so this month they got experiment 1 is build an electric. Oh, and also I got to show you, it's all in the box. They're all, like I said, laid out, individually bagged. All the pieces, components, everything you need is in the box. And if there is something you need that's not included, which very rarely is there, and now it will tell you if there's something you need from a previous box, like from your home lab kit, it'll tell you if you need like the beaker or whatever. Okay, so build an electric car is this one right here. And it's got all of the pieces, parts, including the battery, the wiring, everything. But it does also show that an X-Acto knife is used. So it will stop and it will tell you that you need a parent's help, you know, that it's not for kids to do on their own. So it says X-Acto knife or butter knife, and it'll say in parentheses, you provide right there. So like I said, they're gonna build an electric car, and it's got step-by-step instructions. And And then the next one is your own tin can robot, which is right here. And it will say, for this one, you provide cooking oil and you provide a tin can. So and it's one drop of cooking oil. So it's not like you have to go buy a big old bottle of it. Then the next one, okay, and that one's a pretty long one. That one goes through a couple pages. And then your next experiment is make your own monocular. And that one is listed out as the nature experiment. All of the boxes include the activities along the theme, like this one is engineering, but it also always includes something that has to do with nature. Maybe something like you're growing something or you're observing something outside. So like this one is make your own monocular here. And it's going to give you additional activities that you can do with the monocular once you've created it. And then the next one is Propeller Powered Car, which is right here. And it's got 3 different ways you can make it. So there's 3 different builds within this one activity. And then it's got secret formulas in the back. Each of the months has little secret formulas you can do with household ingredients or with ingredients you've received in previous boxes. So this one is create a nebular jar, and it's going to use cotton balls, tempera paint, glitter, all the stuff you provide on your own. Another one they have is edible glass. Interested to see what that one is. That's a kitchen experiment. Most of them also have like a kitchen fun where it's stuff that you take from your kitchen and you make it, create it, do the experiment, see the reaction, and then you can eat it when it's done. It's food safe. And then the last couple pages of the book every month is also, it gives you 25 micro experiments and observations, and it's using everything that you built in that box. It gives you additional activities where you sometimes combine 2 of the activities to see what you can do with those. So it's a month worth of activities. If you chose to do 1 a day, you would have your entire month covered. Y'all, and I just looked over and forgot to remind y'all that we have an assistant here. He's helping, so baby's excited. I'll have to include a picture because he got into the box before I could get into it. So actually I'll put that here. He was excited when the box came and he couldn't wait for the boys, so he just jumped in by himself. And then the last page of the book has, it's always going to have a spotlight on a scientist from history. We've had some that had Marie Curie. This one is Thomas Edison, dealing with engineering, and it's going to talk about different things that he invented, his childhood, how he became a scientist, when he became a scientist, when he became recognized as a scientist, all that stuff. So that's really cool. Oh, it has science riddles also. It's got little jokes in there. It's got recommended reading. If your kids need nonfiction books for their summer reading lists, they always recommend a nonfiction book that goes along with the theme. And then the last page is pretty much the same every month so far, I've noticed. It's the experimental design, and it's going to give you the steps of an experiment, hypothesis, testing it, the experiment itself, defining the problem, do your research, write a hypothesis, perform the experiment, analyze your data, and draw a conclusion. So it's going to give you step by step for each of the activities in the box. So I will be super excited for them to get started with this one. Like I said, it looks like a really, really good box. Oh, and also there are additional. I didn't see this. I didn't realize that. Okay, so there's additional surprises that they will throw in the box each month. Like one month they got some kind of like science candy. It came in beakers, and there was like a game that went with it, mixing the candies like that. And then last month for music, they got an antique harmonica, like an actual working harmonica. They built one, but then they also got one as a toy or whatever to go with it. This month they get, and I don't know if this is a good brand or not. I guess I can ask my husband. Is that a good brand for tools? Pittsburgh? I don't know. They threw like my son saw this after baby got into it, and they were excited. They're like, that's a real screwdriver. That's like a daddy screwdriver. So you did get a real screwdriver in the kit. And then they also throw in for their little surprise galactic putty. That's really cool. It's like all rainbow, different colors. Can't wait for them to open that. I'm super excited. It says, do not eat, keep away from hair, keep away from pets, wash hands after use, do not use on broken or abraded skin, do not use or leave on porous wood surfaces, product may stain. So super excited for them to try this out. But they also included, and they do this from time to time, an additional activity that's one that you would actually be able to separately go buy at Walmart, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, any of those, where you've got the science experiment sections, departments, I don't know. But they included another one that's an additional tin can robot that's a different from the one that's in here. There's a little small version in the actual guide for the month. But then this one, you get a really, really in-depth one that is an actual, it's got lights and it's, you have to wire it and it, it's in depth. But you get all of the working components for that too. This is completely separate from the actual what was in the book or the activity guide itself. So for $34.95, that to me is an amazing value, because if you go and try, like we're huge on the Smithsonian science kits, and to go get those, you're going to pay $8 a piece on just one. Even the volcano set was like $10 for the bigger volcano, or the if you do the one that's like the rock garden, crystal garden, that one's like $14. So two of those and you've reached the price of this one. So and like I said, I don't get anything for showing y'all this. I'm not sponsored by them in any way. I just know, as a mom of two boys that love science, it gets expensive. And especially when it's something that they do one time and then they can't go back and redo it because they've already made it. So for the $35, they've got all the science they could possibly want for the month. I'm there for that. So like I said, I will leave the information in the description below. I will leave the actual link to order the box. Like I said, I have no code to give you any type of discount or to receive anything off of it. I can just give you the website link that will direct you straight to their ordering information. I will also try and find the code that I used when I first signed up for it, because it did give me 50% off. And also, it's a very small company. The guy that owns it actually sends out emails every month, personal emails that, I think his name is Bill. But he sent, Bob Hagen. Is it Bill Hagen or Bob Hagen? I'm not sure. I'll have to look at it for sure. I'll note it here. But I thought it was kind of cool. The first month I ordered, like, he keeps up with you as your order is being shipped. And he even, like, in our emails that I've gotten, it said, let Tyrus and Jay. So he doesn't say Jaden, which is who it's linked to, but in my messages back to him, I have said Jay, because that's what we call him. And he has emailed back, and he's actually said, tell Tyrus and Jay I'm excited to see what they think of the box, or let me know if this is one that was on their wish list, because you can request different boxes. They don't come like how some of the subscription boxes are set up monthly, like January, you're going to get this. Everybody that orders it gets that. It's not how this one is. They have like 20 or 30 at a time that may go out. Like there's one we're so hoping we wind up with. I have requested it a couple months, and he did tell me that it is on back order, but it's the zombie apocalypse box. What? So we're anxiously waiting that one, and we also have the CSI box on our wish list as well. So like I said, I will keep y'all posted on how those boxes are if we get them. But so like I said, yeah, the guy's super cool. It's a small company. He stays in contact with his customers, which I love. Customer service is amazing. I wasn't really sure about the box to begin with when I saw it, because it's not a huge known website, so there weren't a ton of reviews for it. And so I had emailed the company's customer service, and I got Mr. Hagen, and he's the one that emailed me back, and he's like, well, we have a 100% money back guarantee, and if you don't like it, let me know, and if you want something different, just send it back and we'll send you a different box. They're amazing. So that said, that's my opinion. My boys would say the same thing, but they're in the pool right now and they're not coming in and getting on this video, but they would tell you also that they have loved everything they've gotten from it. So that I'm going to go ahead and close this out. Like I said, I will leave links in the description. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. I'd love to have you. Like I said, this channel is full of a little bit of everything. One day you'll get Dollar Tree, one day you'll get makeup, the next day you're going to get science. So you never know what you're going to see. And I apologize, this is taking the place of my Get Ready With Me video. We've had a crazy day today, and I did not film Get Ready With Me today. Plus, I didn't really have a lot to vent about anyway, because it's not a good time to be venting on social media. So with that said, I will close this out, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.
Make sure you hit the bell so that you stay up to date on all of my latest uploads and videos. Also, follow me on Instagram at jwaltmua or check out my website, jennywalton-artistry.com.